Hello everybody and welcome to DC Fine Art. Today I'm going to take you through on how I mat my paintings or my pictures that I do on paper and get them ready to ship out. Like if I'm going to sell them, I'll ship them out this way. Also, if I'm just matting them, this is also a good way to mat them if you want to hang them up on your walls anywhere. Usually I hang mine up on my fireplace or even in my art studio or throughout the house too. So this is just one way that I mat my paintings. I know that there are other artists who may end up doing their matting a little bit differently, and that's perfectly fine. This is just one way that I wanted to share with you on how I do it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's only one way is the right way. This just means this is just something that I do and that I'd like to share with you guys if you're interested in wanting to mat your pieces and wasn't quite for sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this turned around and I'll walk you through how I mat my paintings. All right, so I'm going to be matting my 4x6 painting here of this little bird, and I'm also going to be matting my 5x7 painting here of this little scarecrow and these pumpkins. Now, the mat frames around the outside is going to be for a 5x7. It's going to be an 8x10 outside measurement. And for this one here, it is a 4x6 painting, which is going to have a 5x7 around the outside. Now, I'm using an acid-free tape that is a low tack. That way, if you're wanting to change out your painting from the matting, or if you send it off to your customer or whoever purchases it, that if they don't want that frame or that matting, they can easily peel off the tape and there's like no tack. So I'm going to be starting out matting this smaller piece here, the 4x6. Now these backboards you can pick up if you don't already have them. They are from Golden State Art and you can get them online. So you can get them as acid free or pH neutral. I go ahead and line them up with the matting and then I'll peel off my tape so that way I can tape down the edge of the matting here together. Making sure it's not going over. I don't want to go over the sides, but I just want to tape it to where it's in the middle. Here I'm trying to get it right in between the edges there, if I can get it a little bit lined up. There we go. Use that one finger there. Now I'm taping these two together, making sure I push down firmly so that way I can get that tape adhered to there. I'm going to fold it over, press it down, and make sure that it's lined up perfectly there. And then I'm just going to squish it together, make sure that it is nicely taped and that it is even around. So now you got this here, which is basically like a little book. So you can open it up. It's sealed on the inside here. Now I can put my painting in here. So what I'm going to do is put this in on top of the backboard and just kind of line it up to make sure it is lined up the way I want it. Looking around the outside edges, just making sure that, you know, none of the white is showing, and I can kind of move that around to where I like the way it looks. Now you can end up putting a little piece of tape down on the bottom if you want to. I didn't do that. I just went ahead and peeled a small piece of tape off and making sure I have kind of a smoother edge. I didn't want that point on it. Taking it and holding my painting down, I'm just going to put that underneath of here to where part of it is sticking out and the other part of the sticky is holding on to the painting. Now it's not taped down to the actual mat yet, so just be careful not to move that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do another little piece of tape here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slide it underneath there. Probably take the little point and have the point facing down. And put that up underneath, having a little bit of that tape exposed. So now we got two pieces of tape facing up. Sticky side is facing up. So now I'm going to take another little piece of tape off of this roll. And with the flat end, I'm going to put this tape on top of that tape. And it's not really on the painting, but it's actually on the sticky side of that tape. Tape down across it like that. And there you have it. So now that tape is holding that painting down on the matting. And this makes it easy to where once you ship this off, if somebody doesn't want that type of matting on their painting and they're wanting something different, they can always just easily take that off without damaging the painting. Because all they would have to do is take that off on there. See how this is still, it holds nicely in there. Or if they're wanting it just the way it is, then they can just like pop it right into a frame. So here we're going to take this 8x10 here for this 5x7 painting. Got the backboard here. Like I said, it's from Golden State Art. I really do like theirs because they come pretty nice and decent shape. If you end up paying for some of these other ones like I did, I paid for some 11x14s from some off-brand company that I didn't know about, and they came all scuffed and molded, so just be very careful. Usually Golden State Art is usually pretty good on what they send to you. So I taped the center, I'm pushing it down just to make sure it's nice and flush, and then I'm just kind of squeezing that down, make sure it's sealed with the tape. So now we made our little booklet here. You can lift it up, make sure that's taped down. Now I'm taking my painting, kind of seeing if that one's right in the center there. Now you can easily just kind of move it around with your finger and just get it centered the way you need to get it centered. I know this one here, I accidentally hit it like pretty hard out of whack, and then I had to go back in and actually change it when I probably didn't need to push it that far over. But accidents can happen. Like I said, if you end up doing that and you get it just right, you can always tape down the bottom part of the painting and then put your tape underneath. But on this one here, I was kind of little bit lazy and just went ahead and just held it down. Plus that it wasn't like a soft pastel piece or anything like that that I could actually hold down. Some people use like a paperweight to put on top of it, but I didn't even do that. So here I'm just kind of pushing it around little bit by little bit, just trying to get that small little centimeter lined in. So there I am, just making sure that all looks good all the way around the edge. And yep, that looks pretty good. So now I'm taking off my little pieces of tape off of this roll. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that up underneath the painting. Push down on it. Now, silly me, I ended up hitting this thing again. But the thing is that it was pretty easy just to line up, and I needed to stop being so picky about it. But here I'm putting the tape in underneath, leaving sticky side up. So there's where I pushed it on accident, but I just tilted it over. And just to double check that that is in line, I put that down, look at it, and it was fine. So now I'm taking my tape here, taking off another strip, and I am putting it over the sticky part of that tape and taping it down to the matting. And that way it covers up that sticky part of the tape, but also it's sticking it down to the matting, and it's not actually sticking to your artwork or any part of the artwork. So using a low tack tape is really, really nice to be able to use that. So that way you're not sticking it on the actual artwork itself. And if you ship yours off and let's just say your customer or whoever gets your artwork, wants to change out that matting, they're not going to tear up your artwork because it ain't stuck to the artwork on the front of it. It's only on the back side of it, and it's only on one side of the painting. So it makes it really, really easy to be able to remove that tape and to take the artwork out and change out the matting. So I also went ahead and ordered some plastic bags, as you can see here from Golden State Art, where you can put your artwork in these little bitty bags when you ship them off. Now, before I actually seal them off, I know I'm sealing it off right there, like it's perfectly ready to go, but I actually have a little label where you can actually sign or put your name on the back of the original artwork. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and hopefully it helped any of you who were just kind of curious or didn't know for sure on how you were supposed to mat your paintings. Hopefully this gives you an idea on how I mat my paintings and maybe might help you out when you decide to do yours. Also, if you like this video, please leave a like. That definitely helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Hit that little bell for notifications because I do have random videos that do pop up, not always on the day that it should be on. It's just a random video. It will happen. And Tuesdays is my live stream. We're working on a really big acrylic piece, and it's called All Seasons Painting, where I just kind of chat with you guys. If you guys want to ask questions, you're more than welcome to while you watch me paint. And I'll be painting basically a what do you call it, like a series painting where I got my hamster in it. So definitely one of my fun times of just kind of chatting with you guys, getting to know you guys, and just having a blast. So yeah, check me out on Tuesdays. And then if you're wanting longer tutorials, I do have a Patreon. Patreon is going to be listed down below in the description, but also I have it like right here. If you can see my finger, it's like right there. Yes. And that is also my Patreon. There you have my longer lessons that I try to go over some of these different I do have different categories, different mediums such as color pencil, oil pastel, soft pastel, charcoal, and acrylic paintings on there. And on each of them, they should have a free video. If there's not a free video on there to where you don't have to sign up to be a Patreon, like being a paid member, I do have the free ones just so that way you can try them out and just see if those lessons work for you. Because I know that everybody offers and different artists offer different lessons. So maybe it might not be the right fit for you, or maybe it is the right fit for you. So those videos are there. There should be one free one underneath each medium, but if there's not one, it's only because I will have one coming soon. So those I've been working on, so that way you guys can try that out, see what it's like, and then you can kind of decide from there. So I guess I can stop my rambling, but pretty much thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, you guys.